Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Just clearing the energy. Hello, hello, hello. It is Adrienne, Capricorntigress of astrologyelegantside.com. And I am coming to you guys to, first of all, the first thing I'm going to do is where the planets are, because I really want to talk about that. I've made several videos. I've been making the little short loom videos the last few weeks because my glands were swollen, and as you can tell, my voice is not up to par yet, but hold on here. But I'm back, I'm here tonight, and I'm glad I'm late, but I'm here, you know, and that's good. So 1 second here. So what I want to talk about is where the planets are. And then there was a person out there, I want to say her name was spiritual, what was it? Was it spiritual healer? It was spiritual something. She wanted a reading. She wanted a reading. Hold on, I can tell you what her name is. And I'll do her. She's not a member of the group, I don't think. I think she just came to one of the videos. Let's see, your spiritual path. Spiritual path. So she had I had uploaded a lot. I had uploaded a video of the lives I did in the group last night, and I did do a group live last night. It was amazing, and it was lots of fun. And I think she thought that was the live, but I hadn't gone live yet. So spiritual path, you're in luck. I'm going to do your reading. I'll do it for her because she, you know, it's just a nice thing to do, and I'll do that. And then, but the first thing I want to do is I want to discuss where the planets are. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Where the planets are. So right now, the sun is at 22 degrees of Cancer. 22 degrees. And the moon is at 25 degrees of Virgo. So the moon and the sun were trine, or excuse me, sextile today. Sextile. I can see the trine, so it kind of took over my mouth. I might as well get right to it because it just slipped right out. The fact that the moon in Virgo is at 25 degrees and Pluto in Capricorn is at 25 degrees, and they're exactly trine. And it's moving actually toward an exact trine. It's actually aspecting because Pluto is retrograding. So that's an amazing trine. That's, it's one of those things that might affect people tonight. You're not going to feel it much past the next few hours. But some people might be having some miraculous things happening. Let's see. Mercury is at 5 degrees of Cancer. And that just happens to be making a trine to Jupiter, which is at 1 degree of Pisces, although Jupiter is retrograding. And, I can't wait for Jupiter to go direct. Jupiter it's my money house, and I haven't had no monies. I mean, a good thing you could do is to support Capricorntigress is to send a donation. I know I've got a donation link up there, so if you feel so inspired to do so, I'm always open to those type of things. I have not really experienced that kind of thing. I used to have one client that used to do donations when I gave her free readings, but she was a Trump lover and I'm not. And I think that created a problem. So anyway, as I said, Mercury's at 5 degrees of Cancer, and Venus is at 21 degrees of Leo, and Mars is at 20 degrees of Leo. They're almost exactly conjunct in Leo. And the thing is, they're just within a minute of each other, just slightly under a minute. Like they're really conjoined. So Venus and Mars, I mean, that's a nice conjunction, especially in Leo, because Leo is the lover. And the 5th house of Leo rules love and romance. So I have a feeling that for some people, love and romance is blooming right now. I mean, maybe not for all of us, but for the lucky few, I sense there may be some love out there. As I mentioned, Jupiter is retrograding at 1 degree of Pisces. Saturn's at 11 degrees of Aquarius. It is also retrograding. And I'm trying my best not to inject myself into where the planets are, but you know how I am, and I can't help it. So many of these planets are aspecting my own planets. It's driving me crazy. I gotta say something. First of all, the Venus and Mars at 20 and 21 degrees of Leo are conjunct my Mars in Leo in the 7th house, by the way. And the saddest thing about that is, I should be out and flirting and stuff, and I'm not doing it. I just not been doing that. It's so weird because I think I should. I mean, when the 7th house is activated, it should be flirtatious, but I've really not been very flirtatious. So weird. Also, that Saturn is on my Saturn. I'm having a Saturn return. I survived it when it went over 10 degrees and 44 minutes before, but now it's going back over it just to slap me in the face with it. So, that's what happens with Saturn. It retrogrades and it goes back over things and it rehashes things. And it all has to do with my 1st house. So, Uranus at 14 degrees of Taurus. It is direct. I love that. And it is exactly trying my sun. And it's conjunct my own moon in Taurus, setting off my grand trine. Isn't that weird? I hope all's going to be okay. You know, that's in my nadir. So I wonder if that means I'm going to be moving suddenly. I am supposed to move. Maybe we'll find a good, decent apartment, because I don't know what it's like where you live at, but where I live at, and Uranus is in the fourth house for me, by the way, this 14 degrees of Uranus in Taurus. But in where I live at in Seattle, first of all, it takes about $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 to move. It does. It does. Between the first and the last, and all the things that they ask for, it really is. It's a lot of money. And then of course you've got to move all the things, so you've got to pay for that. So it's laborious, right? Saturn is actually square that Uranus at 11 degrees. And so it's moving away. So it's separating, but it is still a square. Yeah. So, you know, if you're someone who has Taurus in the fourth house, you might be experiencing Uranus-like things in your home, and that sudden unexpected change. So, you know, expect that. I just hope that whatever it is, if I get to move, that it's going to be something cute. I want something cuter than I got. Okay, so that's 14 degrees of Taurus for Uranus. Neptune's at 23 degrees of Pisces. And that is opposed to the moon right now. We're pulling away from that. Thank goodness. Neptune is retrograding and the moon is going forward. So it is a separating aspect. Pluto is at 25 degrees of Capricorn. And as I mentioned, that is exactly trying the current moon in Virgo. I have to say this, though. I mean, my ability to talk has been really hindered. And I wondered if it's because of the Pluto retrograding in my first house in Capricorn, or the fact that Saturn is retrograding back toward a conjunction with my Mercury and Saturn, which are conjunct at birth, but wide. It's like 8 degree, 7 degree, but it's retrograding. So it's going back toward it, and it's on my Saturn right now. So, you know, North Node at 9 degrees of Gemini, that is trine Saturn retrograding. They're both retrograding, but they're within almost a 1 degree orb. True Node is at 9 degrees 49 minutes, and Saturn is at 11 degrees 29 minutes. So they are definitely within the trine there. And that's actually good for thinking, I would think, although we're talking about 2 retrogrades. And it's like 2 minuses don't make a plus. I don't think so. I mean, some people might think that way, but I'm not sure that is true. I'm not sure that's actually true. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is, let's see, we've got one last one, Chiron. Chiron at 12 degrees of Aries. And that is sextile to Saturn. And also it is sextile the North Node. That's a beautiful combination right there. Really nice. I like that. So I do think there could be some communication coming out of that. Maybe some healing, some good healing. Anyway, you guys, that's where the planets are. I just wanted to do a little something because I haven't talked about where the planets are, and it's been a while, and I wanted to do that. So I hope you heard. I mean, you know, and look, I've got to apologize because it is what it is, but I'm having a Saturn return. I've made videos about it. I mean, I feel like the Woody Allen of astrologers right now. If I were in a more negative place, I could go on and on like a stand-up comedian with all the I could. But I'm not. I'm going to be good. I'm going to stay positive and uplift and send uplifting things. So let's do a card reading because I don't know her birth date or anything. So it's not going to be astrology reading, but we'll do a card reading for spiritual path. And you guys, you have to forgive me for chugging on the liquids, but my voice is rough, sounding like Lucille Ball. I don't understand what's going on, but you know, it might come from sleeping with the window open. I don't know how many people do that, but it's summertime and it's so hard not to sleep with the window open, right? At least it is for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about it because I'm listening to myself and I'm thinking, so dry. So dry. Oh my gosh. But this is for spiritual path. She'll just have to deal with my dryness tonight. Out of Saturn return. Silly about it. So we're going to pull some cards for spiritual path. Let's see what the cards want to tell spiritual path. Let's see. And look, and by the way, people get upset at me for not showing my cards. You'll find me a new apartment. That's all I'm saying. I'm just waiting for this new apartment because that's one of the things I'm hoping is that I can get a nice regular size desk or something. If y'all saw what I use, you would be like, oh, poor baby. I'm telling you, I live in the heart of Seattle. I've got to resort to all kind of apartment tricks. Uh-oh, spiritual path. What? Spiritual path. Really? We were talking about my business. Meanwhile, her cards are coming out. Spiritual path. Spiritual path. One more spiritual path. I wonder if she's got a specific, she sounds almost like she might be a reader herself. I wonder if she's got a specific message in mind. Something that she needs sincere help with, that she's been hoping to find an outside answer for. You know, that happens, right? I know it does for me. Yeah, look at that. And that card is that card that indicates that. Oh, this is sticking out. What's that? Okay. I think that's the answer. I'm stopping there. I pulled out several cards because I'm nosy. And so I did it. So let's do this. The first card I got for spiritual path, King of Cups. King of Cups. So a spiritual path, I mean, you could be a male. I sensed female, but King of Cups, you could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio, or it could just be that part of, you know, that emotional, that male energy of it though. But here's the Queen of Swords that's crossing it. So either you're a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, or it just may be that energy of the Queen of Swords. You know, she don't take no ish. She cuts things off. And she's been through a lot. You might have been through a lot. A spiritual path. Maybe with a King of Cups, like a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. But that does indicate, you know, either cutting it off, thinking about cutting it off, maybe consulting me about cutting it off. Knight of Swords. Fighting, thinking about cutting it off. Maybe arguing. That's just battle. You might just be reaching out, doing your you know, her and what's it, the reconnaissance. That's the good Queen of Swords, right? So, you know, because this is like strategic battle, but because I don't know what you've been through, because I'm really not sure who you are, spiritual path. But you win. You had the sun in this reading. This was below, but it was here after the Knight of Swords, the battle. You win that battle, whatever that battle is. And here's the 4 coins. It's telling you to hold on to what you got. Hold on to your money, hold on to what you got. Because I think you might have been stabbed in the back. Here's the 10 of Swords. Now, this could just be some energy issues, like bad, you know, physically feeling like that. Because nobody likes feeling like that. Anyway, but you might have some energy issues where you physically have been feeling like that, right? So something like that, something like that. So that could be part of it. So the next card, and it could just be someone really stabbed you in the back, but you had the sun there, and next you had the 9 of coins. I know if this has to do with money, you've got that, and you can win. You have victory. The 9 of coins is victorious. I mean, it's a little bit in their own head, but they're victorious, right? Next is the Hangman. I think thinking about, like I said, I have a feeling you might be a reader yourself, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe have your own little gifts, you know, your own psychic abilities. I can sense that. Here's the Death card right after that. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. We started with the King of Cups. I sense Scorpio, but I also sense with the Death card, something's ending, right? But I sense that it's ending because of maybe lies, deception, deceit. Here's a Capricorn. But maybe some lies, deception, and deceit might have been afoot. This is also the 7 deadly sins, right? So it could be envy, lust, greed, covetousness. Covetousness is when you want what somebody else has. So that you could be dealing with that too. 2 of Swords, whatever this is like having that decision to make about loyalty. This is all about loyalty. I guess I'm sensing that. It ends on the 6 of coins. And that's giving to get. Like, I think if this is about a romance, but whatever you went through, child, because out on the bottom of the deck is the Tower. So I think somebody has been through something. Like I said, the Queen of Swords was crossing the King of Cups right from the very beginning. And then you have the Knight of Swords. That's a battle for shizzle. There's been something like that. Like I said, you could just be doing your reconnaissance on me. I mean, I'm not sure, but let's see. Because I don't see any doubles at all. That message is that message. But look, when I look at the major arcana backwards, which I love to do, it tells a whole different story. It tells the story. So there might have been some lies, deception, deceit going on. Might have been dealing with a Capricorn, maybe. I'm a Capricorn, maybe. I don't know if the lie, deception, deceit has to do with me. I don't know. But here it is, right? Lies, deception, deceit, and you know, the 7 deadly sins. I mean, we're talking the devil. But whatever it is putting an end to it. Here's the Death card. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. Something's ending, right? Putting an end to that. There's a Hangman, something to be checking. Like I said, you could just simply be doing your reconnaissance on me to make sure I really got the talent. You just want to know. This is the Hangman. Thinking, praying, meditating, checking out on people like me, right? At the end of it, you win. So you win. I mean, I feel like whatever's going on, the sun is there. It's the luckiest card in the deck. You win. So spiritual path, I don't know what this is about. I do know this. Maybe you win after an ending. You know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have to have an ending to get our beginning. I tell you what I'm going to do, because I don't really have nothing much else to do tonight. I'm just you messing around. I'm truly. I just wanted to come and say hi and to do this, you know, because I haven't talked about where the planets. I haven't been live. I didn't realize it, but I hadn't been live since the 3rd. I've been posting, you know, things, but I hadn't been live. So I wanted to come live tonight and do something here on YouTube. So, okay, so we're pulling, I'm using the Work Your Light cards. This is where I was using them last night, the Work Your Light. 2 cards popped out. So I'm going to read these cards for spiritual path. The first card, okay, I wanted to make sure it wasn't 3. The first card is Anna, grandmother of Jesus. I've seen this before. It's seeding the light, laying the foundations, the divine plan. And what this is, this card, it's like sometimes we're in the beginning stages, or we're planning something, we're growing something, we're creating something, right? We're seeding it, like it says, seeding the light. But we may not live to see the ultimate, you know, from that foundation, what it becomes. We're just the beginner. We create it. We're laying the foundations of it, right? Whatever the divine plan is, we're in the midst of that. And that's what this card represents. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying the foundations, the divine plan. And that's what's going on. You also got soul family. Spiritual path, you got soul family. And that is call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone, spiritual path. Call in your tribe, right? Call in your tribe. I'm going to see if there's any special messages that I can share with you on either of those. And like I said, you might be a reader and may know all of this by heart. But, you know, it's my job to just to keep, you know, make sure I do what I have to do. So this is one, okay, there is a special message for the Anna, grandmother of Jesus, okay? So I'm going to hold the card to my heart for you, spiritual path, and say, beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. So that is the first special message. Let's see if you got another one for spiritual path. Spiritual path. Okay, so this one was, let's see, where was that? There it is. Okay, I got it. I got it for you, spiritual path. So this one is just call in your support team now. Okay, calling your support team now. They're close by, so you have to call them in. You know, I understand, especially if you're someone, let's say if you're I don't know, if you're struggling about something and you need support. I need to take this information for myself, because I struggle with that feeling of like, I don't got enough support. And, you know, it's sometimes we forget to call in our tribe, to call in our spiritual tribe, to be there for us and to have our back. And, but it's important that we do that. And really, okay, so spiritual path, I hope that resonates with you, and much love and light to you, spiritual path. And thank you for your patience with me. And you know, much love to you, much love to you, many blessings, many blessings. So I am looking, there was a young lady inside of the group that had asked, wanted a reading last night. Brinda Jones Harper. And I figure, why make poor Brenda wait till next week? Because I missed her last night for some, I don't know what reason. I missed poor Bridget Jones Harper. Okay. And so I'm going, oh, and a couple of cards fell out. So give me a second, Nita. Well, 2 of staffs and 7 of cups. That's definitely options and looking for things. So that's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to, someone's bragging and they want to share. Okay, all right then. All right, I'm going to go ahead and approve it. She didn't put no weird links. She's just bragging. Oh my gosh, I did. I just let her brag. Like, go ahead, girl. Do your bragging thing. She got a Range Rover, right? She got a white Range Rover Sport. Says, yes, I am bragging. Yes, I am showing off, but I know my friends in this group will be super excited for me. It has been a happy day. When you work hard all your life and you're doing well, you are allowed to treat yourself, right? I can't express the happiness I'm feeling. White wasn't my first color choice, but it was the only color available, so I'm not complaining. I just purchased 4 of these wonderful garden chairs. Let the celebration begin. Lord, the girl then got herself a Range Rover. And I had to let that through immediately. Like, my goodness, right? That is beautiful. I hope, by the way, I don't know who's out there who is going, like, I don't know if you're out there now or if you will hear me in the future, but I hope that you are someone who does all you can to support others who are doing the thing, right? Don't get jealous because you ain't doing the damn thing. If they figured it out and they got it going, support your brothers and sisters, support these people, support small businesses like myself. I mean, as an astrologer working until my butt hurts, you know what I'm saying? I need support too. Support people like us. One of the things I've been sensing is so much hate, so much jelly, so much saltiness, and it's not needed, and it ain't productive, and it doesn't raise the energy for anyone. So please, supportive and helpful and giving. I don't know. I didn't mean to start preaching, but it came out because it's one of those situations where I had to say something. I've just noticed that there's not a lot of support out there amongst people. They don't give this kind of support that should be given. And I'm praying that we fix that. It's kind of weird that happened. That was meant to happen. Her somehow the Facebook had crossed wires. And so I got that message when I looked up Brinda Jones Harper's name inside of my group. And I also, I'm an admin of Black Women Promote. And that young lady was in Black Women Promote. So congratulations to Miss White Range Rover. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I have not said this yet here, but if you follow me on social media, and I mean anywhere, you can find me now on gregarious.flicksters with a Z at the end.com, gregarious.flicksters.com. And I've got a little message in there at Gregarious about this, but on between July 19th and July 23rd, there is a Healing the Trauma Within Global Women's Summit. And I am going to be a speaker there. In fact, I am the last speaker on the 22nd. So if you want to just come and, sit in on the 22nd, that's fine. I'm going to put a link up there for you guys. And just so that you know, those who come are going to be eligible to get I've got a special package I'm giving away. So if you come, you're going to be eligible for that special package. I'm just saying, I wanted to let you know that just in case you don't know. And it is, I think it's worth like over, it's about $40. And I'm not sure if you're going to have other grab bag opportunities, but I know I put my own grab bag opportunity in there, which is wonderful. It's going to be, I think it's 4 or 5 different things you get in there. So anyway, let's move on to Brenda Jones Harper. I put that link up in the chat. So anyone who wants to go to the Healing the Trauma Within Global Women Summit between July 19th and the 23rd can get themselves a ticket to go to that, because you are supporting women globally when you do so. Okay. So let's see what the cards want to tell Brenda Jones Harper. There was a card that was sticking out for Brenda Jones Harper. Let's put some music on in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it or if it just motivates me. I think either way. Wait a minute. What's this one? I got another song here too. Yeah, let's put that on. Okay, Brenda Jones Harper. Let's see. Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. Hey. Brenda Jones Harper. And I have shuffled so many times. I can't believe that card came out for Brenda. That means it was meant to come out for Brenda. Brenda Jones Harper. 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 Yes, Brenda Jones Harper. Oh, Brenda Jones Harper. Yes, Brenda Jones Harper. One more. Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. Hey. Okay. Brenda Jones Harper. Whatever is going on in your life, Brenda Jones Harper, I want you to take a flying leap and do it. You got the Fool. It starts with the Fool. It might just be an Aries. Aries moon, Aries rising, Aries. But it might just be time to take a leap and to go for it. And it might be about learning something new education, new skills, new, going to school. I'm not sure. 3 of Coins, definitely a new way of making money. And why not do so? Make that money because you got the sun in the upper position. You got the sun. Oh, yeah. And if you are an Aries or a Leo, because I'm sensing fire. Fire, got that fire, fire, too hot. Queen of Staffs, there it is, fire. She got that fire. And you know what? I love the Queen of Staffs, by the way. If you're an Aries, like I said, or Leo. But I love the Queen of Staffs, one of my favorite, because she's regal. She's a queen, sits on her throne. She dresses well, looks well. Right? It's beautiful, loved, good personality. And here it is, 2 of Cups. This might be about a relationship. Look at that. And I love the 2 of Cups because it's usually indicative of a good relationship. Like they're intertwined together. They're really, actually, it's one of my favorite relationship cards. But look, I think you're worried about money. We had the 3 of Coins. And now we got the 5 of Coins. I mean, the 3 of Coins is learning a new way of making money, but the 5 of Coins is worrying about money, like the basics. I always think of the 5 of Coins as the basics. So that's like the food, the rent, the bills, the car, right? I can pay that internet bill. Just saying, you might feel like your hands are tied. 8 of Swords. I think some people are going through that. But I'm telling you, when I see the 8 of Swords, your hands really are not tied. You just feel like they are. The 6 of Coins. This is saying, you know, the more you give, the more you get. Maybe loosen up on the money instead of holding on some tight. And here's the Queen of Coins right after it. This is really about the money, isn't it? I mean, you're trying to make that money. Here's the 10 of coins. And I love the 10 of coins. If you watch me, you know it's my favorite, one of my favorite cards, because it's getting everything. I call it the everything card. It's the love, it's the family, it's the child, it's the dog, it's the money, it's the commitment, it's all of it. And here's the Two of Swords. You could be making a decision about loyalty, about, you know, it's emotional. You got a choice here. And it might be an emotional choice. You're not sure which choice to make. And here it is, the King of Swords. Could be an emotional choice. Really thinking it over, doing your research on it even. And there's the Moon. Whatever is going on, do not deceive yourself. The urge to do so is obviously there with it ending on the Moon, but don't deceive yourself. Make sure you're looking at everything with open eyes, right? Yeah. Don't deceive yourself. You got 2 2s in this reading. And let me just check. Yeah, that's it. And you also got 2 queens. 2 queens. So I'm going to tell you what the 2 2s and the 2 queens actually mean. I know the 2 queens mean that you can get help from women. And it would probably be a good idea to consult with women, just like you consulted with me yesterday. You reached out and now you got this free reading. So that was a very good move on your part, right? So no, very smart. Next is you got 2 2s. And I'm going to tell you quickly what 2 2s are. 2 2s are you will have partners in crime in different areas of your life. There may be infidelity in your romantic relationship, or you may be trying to please too many people in regards to your relationship. If you're single, you may be playing the field, and you may be involved in a significant business partnership or faced with forming a new business partnership. I sense if you do, I sense with women because you have the 2 queens, remember? So that's what that's about. Now you had only 3 major arcana cards, and it's weird. It's almost like Alpha and Omega. You had the Fool, which is, you know, the number 1 or 0 card, right? Aries card. And then you had the Sun, and then you had the Moon. So, I mean, this could either be like Aries, a Leo, a Cancer, like any of those combinations, or it could just be an Aries, like go and get started. Follow your path to success. Don't deceive yourself, right? Especially if you are an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, or even a Capricorn, or Taurus, or Virgo. Okay, follow your path. Get the Sun and the Moon. Beautiful. I'm going to pull a couple of more cards just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, but on the bottom of the deck, I guess this is why you probably reached out to me. You got the 9 of Swords. And you know, it's been coming up upside down, and I have to admit, I just turned it over. It was indeed upside down. And that is that's the law and stuff, but I don't think it was meant to be. I think I put it in upside down. But either way, whether it's that you've got your past following you, or you got the law, or some old debt or something following you, or if you're just having bad thoughts, bad dreams, and not seeing the, you know, the more positive picture, either of those things could be part of what it is. Just remember to take a chance and be the fool. Don't let anything like that hold you back, okay? So let me pull out the work your light, because I like that. I've been doing that the last couple of cards. I got other decks here, but I really like these messages, and I'm trying to really master a deck at a time. I've got about a lot of decks now. I guess that happens. You start building them up, you know. Let me just see if anything else wants to come out or back. Oh, well, let's see here. I'm not going to do all the special messages, but you got a lot of messages here, Brenda. The first was Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? It's the first one. How can you mother yourself? Next, you also got the Anna, grandmother of Jesus. And this is seeding the light, laying the foundations. You know, divine plan. So, you know, sometimes we're in the middle of creating something and we're not going to see the end of it or how far it can go. But whatever it is, leap. You had the full in your reading and now you got leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Leap. And you had the sun and the moon. Look, she's got the moon right behind her. I love it. And then you got soul family. You're another one. These cards came right back out for you. Call in your tribe. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Whatever it is, Brenda Jones Harper, you don't have to do it alone. Mother yourself. Take a leap. You got a soul family out there, and just know that, you know, you might be starting something, and sometimes we want to see the end result of what we are doing because we want to know. I know that happens to me sometimes. I'm like, well, I made this video and nobody saw my video, or nobody liked my video, or no one commented on my video, or no one purchased XYZ or whatever it is. And you make that video and it seems like it's nothing. Well, give you an example as I opened up gregarious.flixsters.com. And at Gregarious, one of the most popular videos was made in 2018, 3 years ago. So sometimes we don't know that the work we're doing today is going to influence someone, say 3 years from now, or 10 years from now, or 30 years from now. We don't know. It's important that we just follow the divine plan and do what feels like it's the right thing to do. And that'll usually get us there. Okay. So Brenda Jones Harper, I hope this resonated with you. And I hope it touches you in some way. And I'll be sure to put a link up to this, you know, this live stream I've done inside of the group. Okay. So you guys, I'm not going to spend too much time here. I have a feeling I'm probably missing someone else's reading, but I've done two. And as you can tell, my voice is kind of raggedy and I'm just recovering. You can see it around my eyes. I'm just a wee bit tired. And so I'm going to go ahead and call this a night. But I want to thank everyone who's taken the time to listen at any point of this. And I'll just say that, yeah, I guess I should say for all the different signs out there, we've got everything is about to culminate into Leo. I mean, it's in Cancer. So we've got about another week of that, but get ready because the Leo planets are coming. And we've already got Venus and Mars in Leo, and soon the sun will be in Leo. But don't forget, Saturn is retrograding in Aquarius. And so we may be feeling that. And just prepare yourself for these things, okay? So much love, much light, many blessings to anybody who's been out there listening. And I'll see you hopefully Saturday. Okay, much love to you. Blessings. Blessings to you all. Oh, and don't forget, if you haven't done it, join me over at Facebook. It's facebook.com/groups/astrology a look inside, because that's where I get mostly a lot of the names for the free readings come from the Facebook group. So if you're not there, you're missing that opportunity. Also, be sure, if you haven't, to go ahead and sign up at Gregarious. It's free. It's gregarious.flixters with a Z at the end.com. And I'll make sure I put a link up, gregarious.flixters.com. And also make sure you go by the website. That's astrologylookinside.com. Okay. Much love to you guys. Many blessings. Yes. All right. Okay. I will party, y'all. I better get on out of here.